Here a receptacle outlet is controlled with a single pole switch. This is commonly used to turn a table lamp on and off when entering a room. In this diagram, a 2-wire cable runs between switch number 1 and the outlet. The source is at switch number 1, and the hot wire is connected to one of the terminals there. The other switch terminal is connected to the black cable wire, running to the hot terminal on the receptacle. The source neutral is spliced in the switch box, with the white cable wire, running to the neutral on the receptacle. The ground from the source is spliced to the switch ground terminal, if any, and the switch box ground, then to the 2-wire cable ground wire and finally to the receptacle ground. This diagram illustrates the wiring for a split receptacle with the top half controlled by switch number 1, and the bottom half always hot. The receptacle is split by breaking the connecting tab between the two, brass-colored terminals. The tab between the neutral, silver terminals, should remain intact. Here, the source is at the outlet, and 2-wire cable runs from there, to switch number 1. The circuit neutral wire is connected to one of the neutral terminals on the outlet, it doesn't run to the switch. The hot source is spliced to a pigtail, that connects to the bottom, always hot half, on the receptacle, and to the white cable wire running to switch number 1. The white wire is marked black on both ends, to identify it as hot. The black cable wire runs to the switch number 1, connecting it to the hot on the top half of the split outlet. In this updated diagram, 3-wire cable runs between the receptacle and switch, and the red cable wire is used to carry the hot source to the switch. The neutral from the source is spliced through to the switch box using the white. This diagram illustrates the wiring for a split receptacle with the top half controlled by switch number 1, and the bottom half always hot. The receptacle is split by breaking the connecting tab between the two, brass-colored terminals. The tab between the neutral, silver terminals, should remain intact. Here, the source is at the outlet, and 2-wire cable runs from there, to switch number 1. The circuit neutral wire is connected to one of the neutral terminals on the outlet, it doesn't run to the switch. The hot source is spliced to a pigtail, that connects to the bottom, always hot half, on the receptacle, and to the white cable wire running to switch number 1. The white wire is marked black on both ends, to identify it as hot. The black cable wire runs to the switch number 1, connecting it to the hot on the top half of the split outlet. The white wire is capped with a wire nut. This represents a change in the National Electric Code, which requires a neutral wire in most new switch boxes. If you are running a new circuit, check the electrical code to understand this and any other updates. In this circuit, a split receptacle is controlled by 2 separate switches. With this arrangement, 2 lamps can be plugged into the same outlet, and each can be controlled separately from 2 different locations. Here again, the connecting tab between the receptacle terminals is broken off, and the neutral tab remains intact. The source is at switch number 1, and 3-wire cable runs from there to the outlet, 2-wire cable runs from there to switch number 2. The source hot wire is spliced with a pigtail to switch number 1 and to the black wire running to the receptacle box. At the box, the black wire is spliced with the white wire running to switch number 2. Once again, the white wire is marked black on both ends to identify it as hot. The red cable wire runs from switch number 1 to the hot terminal on the top half of the split receptacle. The source neutral is spliced to the white wire, running to the neutral on the receptacle. It doesn't matter which one, only one connection is needed. From the receptacle, the black cable wire running to switch number 2 is connected to the hot terminal on the bottom half, and to the switch at the other end. In this updated diagram, 3-wire cable runs between the receptacle and switch number 2, to allow for splicing the neutral source through to the second switch box. Here, the white is not used for hot, but instead the black wire serves that purpose for the second switch. The red wire to switch number 2 is connected to the hot on the bottom half of the receptacle, and to the switch at the other end. As the title screen of this video suggests, this is the 4th installment of my DIY house circuit layout and connection series. In this series, I will be covering essential topics to help you understand and manage your home's electrical system safely and efficiently. By the end of this series, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to tackle your own electrical projects and ensure that your home's electrical system is running smoothly. Future topics to be covered will include panel wiring. Learn how to properly wire your electrical panel, including identifying circuits, connecting breakers, and ensuring proper grounding. Receptacle connections. Understand the wiring and installation of duplex receptacles, GFCI receptacles for added safety, NFCs to protect against electrical fires. Appliance receptacles. Discover how to wire 20 amp, 30 amp, and 50 amp 240 volt appliance receptacles for various household appliances. Light switch wiring. Master the basics of wiring light switches, including single pole, 3-way, and 4-way switch configurations for controlling lighting throughout your home. Stay tuned for upcoming videos where I dive deeper into each of these topics, providing step-by-step instructions, safety tips, and troubleshooting advice to help you successfully complete your DIY electrical projects. Don't miss out on future installments of my Do-It-Yourself House Circuit Layout and Connections series and empower yourself to take control of your home's electrical system. Stay tuned to this site, as I will be providing more information on electrical installations. In the meantime, take advantage of the availability of my 50-page electrical power crib sheets, if you haven't already downloading them. The formulas and information there can be used for everything electrical, especially when viewing my courses. Simply fill out the information requested when you go to this website, https://bit.ly/47 uppercase y uppercase b 3 lowercase v lowercase h. You can directly access my StanStore courses at this website. https://stan.store/uppercase g uppercase v uppercase b. This is the end of this third video.